Okay, well thank you very much, Terry Cormier, for that introduction. And now I'm going to discuss why it is that we should all earn ourselves a college education. America is often referred to as the land of opportunity. I think we can all agree that equality of opportunity is a good thing. Equality of opportunity can allow a person, regardless of what background they come from, to aspire and obtain things such as prosperity, the ability to provide for one's family, to give one's children the best possible start in life, the opportunity to live in good health, to build on and improve upon the hard work of our parents and grandparents. And many of these things will be familiar concepts to the average American. However, these things that we might all regard as basic opportunities and form the basis of much of what we might consider to be the American dream are not open to everybody that lives within this country. So how can an inequality of opportunity be fair? So I think we need a little bit of a reality check at this juncture. So yes, those things are all wonderful things, and yes, they should be open to everyone. However, I think as we all realise, many of those types of opportunities are very much skewed in favour of more highly educated people. And in particular, the surprisingly small minority of people who have obtained a 4-year degree. So college education gives a number of advantages. So better earning potential, and statistically this is the case. On average, a college graduate will earn $1,100 per week. A person with a high school diploma will earn on average $638 a week. That's a little over half. There is certainly a better choice of jobs out there for college graduates, and less chance of losing a job. In 2009, there were 9.7 million unemployed high school graduates compared to 5.2 million unemployed college graduates. And now this is something which is very important, networking. Now that's something that really starts, in my opinion, in college, and it's something that can last a lifetime. At this point I'll bring in this certificate here from Texas A&M University, which belongs to my wife, and she worked very, very hard to obtain this. And the reason this is important is because A&M is one of the best examples of networking that's out there anywhere. Aggies look after each other, and they always do their best to try and help a fellow Aggie if at all possible. But A&M is not the only school that does this. Lots of other schools do it as well, just that A&M happens to be better at it than most, I think it's fair to say. And those connections that you make in college will often last a lifetime, or the length of a career anyway. Statistically, college graduates are in better health and have lower rates of divorce. And also, starting a family tradition, if you go to college, your children and grandchildren are far more likely to go than if you don't. So, in order to make sure that everyone has access to the kinds of opportunities that we all aspire to, we have to make some kind of a change. So, one change we could make would be to relax the requirements for highly skilled or highly paid jobs. That's one thing we could do. And we could say that anyone who wants to embark upon a career in engineering or teaching or science or research or medicine or law, anybody who wants to do that job and hasn't been to school for the prerequisite period of time can do so. That's one way. However, if you don't like the idea of driving along roads and bridges that haven't been designed by a qualified civil engineer, or having your children taught by people that aren't very much more qualified than the children are, or being operated on by somebody who hasn't been to medical school, then there is another way. And the other way that we can try and achieve these things is by all of us, or as many of us as possible, going to college and obtaining that 4-year degree. So now, if we do that, everybody has the opportunity to better themselves, not just the 30% of people in this country that have a 4-year degree, which might surprise you as being such a low number. I was certainly surprised by that. So now I'm going to hand it over to Courtney Henry, who's going to take us through the satisfaction that can be obtained by gaining a 4-year degree.